Welcome back to another episode of the Chant Pod, presented by Revolution Mortgage. I'm Sam Wiederhaft. Calling Teal Nation, we play football on the surf turf this week. The home opener at Brooks Stadium is set for Saturday at 7:30 against Charleston Southern. And not only are we going to see a new surf turf, we'll see all new suites in the end zone, a drone show at halftime, free concessions, and so many other things going on throughout this game and all home games. And the perfect man to talk us through that is the mastermind behind it all, Athletic Director Chant Miller. It's been a busy offseason and build up to football season, so Chant and I ran through, Omaha, that happened this summer, what this summer looked like, and now what's in store for football season in Conway. This was another fun one, so let's listen to it. Here's my conversation with Chant Miller. With another start to another year of Chanticleer Athletics, we're talking with the Athletic Director, Chant Miller. Chance, you're back on the Chant Pod, presented by Revolution Mortgage. Welcome back on.
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
I don't even think you were a full-time employee with us, were you?
I think it was back last January, I think is when you were on. So there's been a lot that's happened.
Now we've put you into the fire.
Into the fire, and I can't be happier. This has been great. There's been a lot of things that have happened. We're going to talk about it all on this episode. I'm super excited about it, but first off, we're staring down football season right now with the first home game coming up against Charleston Southern. Just how much have you been looking forward to this upcoming football season?
Really excited about football season coming up. We've got a new offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, so two new systems, very unique in how they run it. You've got offense coordinator in Drew Hollingshead, who is Mike Leach's disciple, likes to throw it all over, high tempo. And then we've got JJ, looking over the defense and runs a very unique system with multiple safeties. So I think people are going to be excited about it. But we've got a lot going on. We've got free concessions. We've got drone shows. We've got new suites on the east side. We've got cabana suites in the end zone. We've done a lot. So excited about what we've got coming and then what we'll continue to add throughout the year.
Before we go forward, we must go back because, like I said, lots have happened in the spring season. And Omaha was the biggest one, with our baseball team going all the way to the national championship, the final round against LSU. Such a great
before the fall season started, right? So the fall just was a blur. Trying to get my feet underneath me. We were in a new house. My kids are in a new school. We're just trying to figure it out, right? Spring semester, we started, getting into a little bit of a rhythm. And what a spring semester it was. We had 4 Sun Belt championships with our spring sports. And we haven't put it out yet, but make an announcement on the Chant Pod that we finished first in the Sun Belt in the Athletic Director Cup standings. And that was due to our spring sports having such a phenomenal year. But really, the exciting part of it was letting my family travel with the team. And look back on it and say, man, what a special time that was.
Yeah.
And it started with softball. We got to travel up to Durham and watch them in the regional for a couple of nights. And my kids were running around the hotel room playing laser tag with the athletes and the coaches. So that was really cool.
That's awesome.
It's a good memory. But I think the last day of school for them, we picked them up and we went to Auburn. We jumped on the plane with the team, went to Auburn. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this is going to be good. Families in a hotel room. We're all together for the summer. We'll see how long this goes. Little did I know we were going to be in a hotel room for 48 of the 61 days and all the travel that we did from the spring to the summer.
Right.
I love my family, but I was ready to get away from them after being in a small, hotel room with 2 beds.
Yeah.
But what a special run that was. To go, from the regional here, where we had over 6,000 people at each game, and remember Thorndike's grand slam home run. Crowd was just electric.
Yeah.
What a special moment. Go to Auburn, and we, basically took it to Auburn and took over, and you could hear our fans in the stands. They took over an SEC stadium.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you go to Omaha. What a special run. To be out there that long and get that close to it, and And it was great for not only the athletics department, but the university as a whole, to be able to tell the university's story and to be able to have that reach worldwide.
Yeah. I don't know for you. For me, it really didn't hit, because when you're in Omaha and you're going through the NCAA tournament and everything's just so exciting, but it's so fast.
Yeah.
It really didn't hit me till we got back. Just how cool and how tremendous that team was and what they were able to accomplish. I'm looking around your office right now, and there's a chair that was in the locker room, and you got the trophies up there. And, we know, like, we put it out on social media what the financial impact was, as far as, advertising and stuff like that. But in simpler terms, I mean, what does that do for a university to go to Omaha and be?
It's huge. You talk about the number we put out. It was over $570 million in earned media,
right?
To be able to put that out there. And it was not just the earned media and the marketing of it. It was the videos that in the stadium in Omaha, and I look up, and we've really put that strategic plan in place from the university about CCU reach, right? And there it is playing in front of everybody, all throughout the stadium. And you get back and you just start having all these people from around the country reach out to you. They're like, man, what a special run that was. They're not even Coastal fans, but they were watching it, right? And then you look at the admissions page for the university and all the clicks that were being hit on the admissions page and the number of people that were looking at the website saying, man, maybe I should come to Coastal.
The Louisville game, I saw you outside the team hotel, and I said, Chant, how you feeling? And you said, we're playing for a national championship. I mean, it was just super, super exciting. And for that to cap off year one in Conway for you, how excited did that whole experience just make you for the future?
It, for year one, very unexpected. Would not have dreamed that, but really solidified our decision to come here as a family, right? You look back on it and you're like, okay, when you get into the day-to-day grind of this job, you tend to lose sight of all the wins and the positive things that have happened, and really got to take stock of it when we made that final. Got to sit back and say, okay, we're doing some really great things here in the athletics department, university, and now this is the reward, right? And that's kudos to Coach Schnall and his staff and the student athletes and what they put together. I mean, the run of 26 straight wins to be able to get there, that's phenomenal. That doesn't happen all the time, right? You get to be part of something special, and just really solidified that this was the right decision. Glad to be here.
Did you get to take some time off a little bit during the summer and relax after all that craziness?
Summer went by really quick.
It did.
When you're in Omaha that whole time, there's not much summer left, right?
You're going till what, mid-June,
So,
late June?
I will say this. I did promise the wife and kids that I was going to take them on vacation this summer.
Nice.
Because last summer, I got the job. It was announced in June, came over in July.
Yeah.
We had to cancel all of our plans. So Lauren and I went on a vacation just ourselves for the first time since we've had kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was just her and I. We didn't know what to do. There was a lot of quiet, which was good. Haven't had that in a while.
Sure.
And then when we came back, asked the kids, okay, what do you want to do? They wanted to go to theme parks for 4 days. I think I should have done it the other way around. We should have done the theme parks first and then done the relaxing.
Yeah.
But came back and we've hit the ground running, getting ready for the fall, and school's here.
Yeah, school's here and football season's here, and now shifting gears into football season, we've heard already a lot from head coach Tim Beck leading up into this season, just about how he's able to do his job. Right? Take me through what the behind the scenes process was to get Scott on board, because he's already made a huge impact.
Yeah, I think, sitting there watching football last year, going through the fall, it wasn't what we all wanted, right? You finished it, with a bowl game, but wasn't the best finish. And really, kudos to Coach Beck. He wanted to take stock in his program, what we needed. And watching Coach Beck, I realized he was just stretched so thin, right? He was going into this new era of college athletics where you're having to negotiate with players, you're having to deal with the transfer portal, you're still recruiting, and you're not only recruiting new people, you're recruiting your current team, like who's going into the portal, who's leaving. And he was looking at his staff, and he was trying to make some staffing changes. And one person just cannot do all that, right, especially the head coach, because as I've told Coach Beck, and he's done a great job with it in the offseason, he's also here to help sell this program, right? So I need him to go help me fundraise and help our foundation fundraise. I need him to help sell tickets, get out in the community. And he just couldn't do all of those things and do spring transfer portal. We didn't lose anybody like some of our other competition in the Sun Belt did. And I think we've got a really strong team this year, a deep team. And that's kudos to that staff and Coach Beck and his vision of where it needed to be.
Another hurdle and another change coming into this season of college athletics was the addition of the revenue sharing. What was your plan to try and tackle that, not only just with football, but with the entire athletic department?
Yeah, we sat down with all of our coaches and said, look, we didn't just create a money tree out there that we can go pick off of, right? Sure. We have to be good stewards of the funds and the resources that we get from the university. So I wanted them to look at their budgets and say, okay, the things that you used to do for recruiting or for your players, maybe there's stuff that you can reallocate, right? And how we travel, maybe we need to travel differently. And we take those funds and we reallocate them to the talent on the field, right? To our student athletes. And then we would look at doing some of the buy game money that you get playing bigger opponents. Can we do more of those and put it back towards a team and field a very competitive team in the Sun Belt, right? And our coaches bought into that, and they've done a good job. And not only that, they've went out and fundraised. And they brought in fundraised dollars, and our donors have been very, very good with it to be able to help us in this new era of college athletics. But we are traveling differently. I mean, we're going to, used to, we'd fly to some of these games that were a little further away. So we will be jumping on a bus on tomorrow. Yeah. And we'll be heading up to Virginia. And so, while that's not, how they want to travel, they're doing that so we can reallocate those resources the way we need it.
Of course, and I have no complaints. I love bus rides. I can sleep easier on bus rides, so it's all good with me.
You and me both. I don't care. Either way, I'm probably going to be on the phone either way.
Yeah, that's right. You talk about the changes with football, new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator, general manager. With the general vibe of this year's team, have you noticed a culture shift with them?
We have. Coach Beck really wanted to take the offseason and be more accountable, right? Have accountability for the players, the coaches, the staff. And so you saw a lot of the new coaches, the staff, they were at winter workouts, right? They were there every morning, every day with the athletes. And you started to see that camaraderie build. They were having lunch together. You walk around campus, all the guys are hanging out together. And you could see something starting to build that could be special. And now that we've gone through fall camp, talking to the guys, they're really excited about it. Yeah. I mean, they have a chip on their shoulder with how the season went last year. They don't want to see that happen again, but they're excited about the new systems we have. The defense is playing like their head's on fire. Yeah. They're able to really just react and play free. I was talking to Shane Bruce. He came off the field and they'd had a rough practice. I mean, it was hot outside. It was 100 degrees outside. It was rough. It was one of those preseason practices where you're like, this might break some people.
It's a tough one,
and Shane came off, he's smiling. I'm like, Shane, you got to tell me, like, what you're smiling, you're having a good time. What's going on? And he's like, man, it's just different. It's different. And that's what I've gotten from a lot of the returners. And then the new guys just fit in pretty seamlessly. And I'm excited about what they can do. And just the accountability piece, we didn't have a lot of the mistakes, the late for class, the not showing up on time. You didn't see that this year. And that was team led. It wasn't just the coaches constantly telling them what to do. It was our older group of guys saying, this is going to be better this year.
Yeah. Shane Bruce, friend of the podcast, who's been here for a while, so him saying that with all the experience he has is a really, really good thing. We know that your specialty, one of the things that you love, the game day experience.
Yeah.
And already for that first game, Charleston Southern, we got a drone show that's going to happen, which is going to be super fun. I can't wait to see that. When you're going through the process preseason and thinking about things to do and ways to enhance the game day experience and trying to add those drone shows and stuff like that, what is sort of the process when you're coming up with those ideas?
You know, I think it's a daily thing. We're all in here and we kind of spitball ideas. And if you see something that works at another place, how can we tweak it? How can we make it better or different? And how does it fit into Coastal Carolina, right? Because something that you do here is not going to fit somewhere else and vice versa. And so we've really tried to use the whole offseason to say, how can we make this an elite fan experience for everybody? And that starts with your staff. I mean, the staff that we have here goes above and beyond. We don't have the largest staff out of everybody in the country, but the people we do have just work tirelessly and constantly to make it better. Alex Souza and his staff and the creative staff have done a wonderful job of putting the stuff we need in place, you know, whether it's more mobile cameras to show more of the fan interactions throughout game days and the timeout breaks. We have a new control room, so we've got 2 different control rooms. The broadcast is just going to be so much better, especially now that you're on that.
I'll try.
So we're excited about the new broadcast team that we have. And so you start looking at the broadcast, how we're going to put people up on the video board and the creative team and the videos that they've got. I mean, I've been watching some of the videos that Jake and Lowe and Harold and those guys are producing, and Josh. It's phenomenal, man. I mean, some of them gave me chill bumps, and I'm like, okay, we're on the right track now.
Yeah.
And it's how can we add other things that are going to draw people in? So this year we really wanted to give a value to our ticket holders and those that wanted to purchase tickets and come in. So we offered free concessions, and really excited about that. I've done that before in basketball games. It's never been done at college football.
Yeah.
So we're going to be the first. We're going to try it out and hope people come out and enjoy it. But hoping to keep the seats packed, right? And we've got a drone show for the Charleston Southern game at halftime. Really excited about that. I got to see the video of where they tested it. That's going to be really, really cool for everybody. Yeah. We've got flyovers now for every game. To start the national anthem, have the flyovers.
You talk about goosebumps. That is always...
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so we've got different planes, maybe some helicopters. So we're working on which ones are coming, but that's going to be exciting. We got the motorcycles back this year. We have more pyro. We're shooting pyro from multiple different locations.
More pyro, the better.
More pyro, more fire. If you can give me pyro, fire, and football, I'm ecstatic. You know, I love that, right?
Yeah.
We have that. We've got some really fun, creative sponsorship ideas. I'll tell you, one might be there might be some horses and some people in armor jousting at halftime. So just be aware of that. We've got some really cool, unique things that the fans are going to be involved in. That Thursday night game against Marshall, everybody needs to show up for that one because the first couple of minutes when the team comes out, you're going to really, really enjoy it, and they're going to be a part of it. So excited about what we have going. I think people are going to see what we did last year and the stuff that we're going to add on. And then I will tell you this. So we have ordered the lights. They are here. And we just need time to install them. So between games 2 and 3, we will have new lighting system in Brooks Stadium, and we've already worked on putting the sound to it, the systems to it, and so we're going to have a lot of light shows going on.
And that, I mean, just completely changes the vibe of the game. It changes
the environment. So you get to a night game with those light shows and the student section packed. It's going to be pretty special.
And we're also going to be enhancing our storytelling as well with a new hire coming up here pretty soon.
We are. So I've got our associate AD in Mike Uva that is going to come on to our staff. I've known Mike for a long time. He has been on the broadcast side of it as a sports reporter. He has run some stuff with On3 and websites covering college sports. I worked with him when he was covering Gamecock athletics for years. He's also covered the New England Patriots, the Boston Red Sox, and others. So we are going to bring him down here, and he's going to be able to help us with our storytelling.
Yeah, which is super exciting because I've seen what he's done before, and it's just adds a ton to telling our story and getting it out there. Another big change that really affects the fans for this year, digital tickets.
Yes.
Coming into the stadium, how much easier does that make it for fans to get into Brooks Stadium?
The digital ticketing is going to make it easier. We're asking everybody, though, download the app, right? Download your tickets, put them in your digital wallet, and be able to come up and scan with these and get in. And that's twofold. One, it's to let people have it on their phone, which everybody's carrying their phone nowadays, right? They've always got their phone with them. But two, it helps us communicate better with the people that are coming in and having our tickets and walking into our stadium. You know, people, I think sometimes are concerned, oh, well, you're just trying to get my data. No, what we're trying to do is we're trying to communicate with the people that are coming to our venues. Because a lot of times somebody will pass a ticket to somebody else, or they'll say, hey, I bought these tickets for my business, I'm going to give them away. Well, the people that are taking those tickets and they're coming to the stadium, they're walking in saying, hey, I really like your product. I want to be a Chant fan.
Yeah.
But we have no way to know who those people are, and we can't communicate with them. Now we can.
Yeah, that's super easy. I love that idea. And it's actually being built right now in the end zone. But the suites that you alluded to earlier, those suites that are end zone with the big screen is going to have a whole different look for this upcoming season. Why do you think that was important to add to the game day experience and give fans an experience like that?
One, when I came here, we didn't have a lot of premium areas, right? We had the West Zone and the Loge box, and we had a wait list for people to get into those. And so people wanted premium. They were telling us, we want premium experiences. And when I looked at the stadium, you know, you had that south end zone, it was just kind of bare. You had the scoreboard, but there was nothing else there. It was just the road. It had that black fence right there. And so we thought, you know what? Let's try to do some temporary stuff where we can put some cabana suites in there, right? South end zone cabana suites. So it's now the Sun Cruiser cabana suites. So we have those in there. And then on the home side, we actually have a party deck. It's the South Atlantic Bank party deck. And so really excited about that. We sold those. They've been really popular. We also took the third floor, made additional private suites. So we had 4 private suites that we were able to sell within a day. And so I think that shows that there are people and fans and donors that want that type of product. And we'll continue to add that year after year until we get it to a right spot.
Another change for Brooks Stadium, the playing surface, a brand new surf turf, which 10 years ago made waves when we were the first team to have a teal turf. Now we've got the second iteration of it and black end zones, which I think look really clean. What was the decision to make the end zones
Not
black?
going to lie, I was nervous about that one, right?
Okay.
So you take the iconic surf turf, you have the bronze end zones.
Sure.
And we were looking at it, and the turf is just amazing, by the way. It's the same as the indoor, but it's the same thing that the Carolina Panthers have in their stadium up in Charlotte. And we were looking at designs. I think we were actually on an make that pop more. What if we did black end zones and we outlined the lettering in teal, right? And let's see what it looks like. So they did a rendering for us, and as soon as it came back, I was like, that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
And I think it pops really well.
Yeah, I think the fans are,
I'm excited about it. Yeah.
I took some pictures out there, put it on my Twitter, and fans were, they can't wait to see it in action. And the teal just looks so nice. It's a huge upgrade. Going back, your first season during football season,
you know, I thought for sure, I was like, this might hit, it might not. We'll see. People were really, really excited about that. I think we've got a very passionate fan base. And I think as long as you can keep engaged, time, keep them there, and let them know that they do affect the game. I mean, I think it all came to a culmination, I think, that App State game, right? All the stuff we were trying to do in pregame, the pyrotechnic work, the creative stuff, and the student engagement finally came together that Thursday night where I really stepped back and looked at it when the students were on the field and everybody's dancing, the music's playing, fireworks are going off. And I was like, okay, this is what it can be every single time. And now that is the standard.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to go from here.
You know, now that you're through with year one, looking at year two, you've all the sports, you've seen all the sports, you've been through the process for everything, for every season. How much more confident are you now in this second year, knowing that you've already done it all?
This second year, we're going to hit the ground running. Been here in terms of the foundation and see what we can do. And now our staffing is in a good place. Our marketing team is bigger. Our ticketing team is bigger. Our foundation fundraising team is bigger. And you can see it starting to pay dividends now. Yeah. And really excited where we can be. Last week, we closed 2 donation gifts that totaled $1.2 million. Whew. And for us, year, and we've already went above and beyond where we were fundraising last year. So people are excited, people are buying into it, and I think year 2 is going to be really special.
You know, with all these projects going on around campus, the of Chanticleer Athletics.
We are. I think what you saw in the spring with the 4 Sun Belt championships, the run in Omaha, softball, making a run to Durham, I think that is going to be a consistent standard with all of our sports moving forward. I think we've got a good group of coaches here that want to win and do it the right way. And like I said, with the reallocating budgets and everything, they didn't hesitate. It was like, okay, let's all buy. Have a capital improvement projects that we have out there that people are starting to help with and really buy into. And we've got a great staff here, and I'm excited where we're going to go.
Chance, I'll close it out with this one, but just what's your message to Teal Nation as we enter a brand new year?
Man, come out and support our student athletes. Come out and have fun. It's going to be a good time. And not only just with our competitions, be on the lookout for some major announcements coming out. We are going to bring some big-time events into Coastal Carolina and be able to use our facilities year-round. So be on the lookout. There's going to be some exciting things coming.
God, how can you not be excited when you talk to this guy? Chance, thanks for coming back on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
There was a lot packed into that interview and so much great stuff going on around Teal Nation right now. You want to make sure that you're a part of it. The home opener against Charleston Southern is set for this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Gates open at 6. So get there, wear your teal, and we'll see you there. We take a trip around athletics. Let's start with volleyball. Coastal grabbed a big 3-2 win over Maryland in their first match last Friday, and friend of the podcast, Jalen Stout, was named the first Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Week. The Chants will welcome in Men's golf begins their 2025 fall campaign at the Myrtle Beach Golf Trips Intercollegiate at Grand Dunes Golf Club right here in Myrtle Beach. The women's golf season begins this weekend down in Pawleys Island at the Golf Week Fall Challenge from the Caledonia Golf Course. They'll play from Sunday to Tuesday. And cross country had a good showing at the Elon Opener last Friday. Adam Groves won the men's event, and he was named Sun Belt Men's Runner of the Week. So that'll wrap up this week's episode of the Chant Pod, presented by Revolution Mortgage. Thanks again to Chance Miller for coming on and getting us all excited for another great fall season on the way in Conway. Enjoy the football home opener, Teal Nation. I'm Sam Wiederhaft, signing off. Chants up.